We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we get the season started with an AFC East tilt right off the bat between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Here's the rookie 4th-round pick, Pierre Strong. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
On first down, right back to Strong. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing Jones. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. On first and 10, it's Strong. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They find some open field here, and they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. This is Smith with a grab. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Looking for Aguilar, it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
97. Black Ultra. Yield blue. 6. Metal.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw left side. Now the ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. There he goes right side. The 40. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 14-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
On the ball.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it. Yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a first down.
Blue strike.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Red, yellow. Ready?
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Up the middle they go with Mostert. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this 1st quarter.
Ready?
Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
Yellow, blue. Claws red. Green jack. Red, cycle. Check up.
Tua going to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Tua on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
Come on, set. Hey. Hey, move. Watch it. Stick. Set.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's up to the 20. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. A give running right is strong here. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7. Now Jones. Out left and complete to Thornton. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They go play action here on first down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones gets it to Strong. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Strong.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Patriots are going to take over here up near the 40.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10
at the 39-yard line.
They'll start with a handoff to Strong.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
No wasted time from Channing Tindall on that play. He got back there in a hurry and met him to stop him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here we go. Spike Dixie.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Ready?
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Alec Ingold. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. That is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, trying to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Third down, Jones. The connection here with Nelson Agholor. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Back to throw again. And they get Jones for the third time in this ballgame. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. He's got it to Collins, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 2 and now on first down. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point and good by Sanders. And these guys will take a 10-point lead. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 35.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Off play action. Jones.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's Hill on the return. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he'll take this forward to the 27.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. looking to throw again on second down.
Tua. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Flush to his right. It's caught by Aguilar. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
Throwing, Jones. Complete. Smith has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Here's Jones. Off play action. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. On second down, a run with Strong.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
That's to his running back, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Strong.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Jones.
Throw right side, taken in by Collins.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Straight ahead is Strong. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Folks' kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go. 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that one's going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Back to throw is Tua. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Dolphins, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they go down to defeat here in the opener.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.